Hey there clan, Scottish182 here, welcome to another installment of Warriors Acquisition, and in this installment I got a fuck ton of shit. This is take 3 of the Warriors Acquisitions, episode 6 I believe it is. First time I uploaded it, I do apologise, I didn't realise that my mic was unplugged, I had to leave really quickly after I finished it. So I didn't even check the video afterwards. I've made sure now that my mic is recording the take 2, same problem, I forgot to turn my mic back on. I'm a fucking idiot, what can I say? So I do apologise, this is the third take, and I'm kind of gutted actually, because the first time I recorded I actually said something at the end that I can't really remember exactly what I said, but I'll try and repeat what I said. But let me just get right through, show you what I got for, I got some, mostly as DVDs, there are a few games though, some newer games and some older games, so we'll go through it. PS3 games first. Heavenly Sword. I have been interested in this game for a while. I actually said that when I get a PS3, this is what would be one of the first games that I buy. And I've been interested in it for a lot of reasons. Because, one, I'm a sucker for a redhead. I like my redheads. Isn't it kind of obvious? But also, I am going to be brutally honest. I think that there's a very much lacking of female protagonists in games. Not in RPG games. RPG games that allow you to play as male or female, I don't count them. But really good female protagonists, and anytime there's a game that shows off a female protagonist that looks competent and isn't just there for eye candy, don't get me wrong, eye candy, which I fucking hate fan service, I normally pick up and see if it actually does it justice. Now don't get me wrong, I actually don't mind any kind of protagonist in my game. I don't care if they're male or female as long as they're competent and enjoyable. But I am interested to see if this female protagonist is any good, because I have seen a fuck ton of horrible female protagonists. And a game that I think Alex the Hunter is going to be kind of glad that I picked up, Mirror's Edge. The sequel to this was just announced and it is getting made. But it is a game that did pique my interest when it first came out. I just didn't buy it because I didn't have money at the time to get it. But I picked it up, and you may get a playthrough of this as well. And the last one, which is a game that people either love or hate, Binary Domain. This is a game that actually has quite an interesting premise that I like the sound of. I have actually seen a full playthrough of this game, so I know the full story. And it made me pick up the game, and it was only 10 quid. It is by Sega. Sega! I'm going to be very cautious about this, because Sega have been on a copyright manhunt for the past few months. Taking channels down left, right and centre. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to do a playthrough of this, but I'll have a wee think about it. But with that, I might not just to spite it today there. But it's a game that I actually liked the look of, and I really want to play it, so you might get a playthrough of this. So that's the PS3 games. Now we'll go through the older games. First of all, I had to get a new copy of this because my old copy was broke. Jade Empire. You know what? If you've known me if you've followed me for any time, you know that this is one of my all-time favourite RPGs ever. And it has one of my favourite bad guys ever, Death's Hand, and Master... no, I shouldn't say that. But one of the best RPGs ever made, in my opinion, by BioWare. I love this game. It's fucking awesome. The other game is a Batman game. It's Batman Vengeance on the PS2. It's tied into the anime, so it might be interesting. And then a game that I had no idea even existed. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. For those who are unaware, there is a movie called Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. It's basically an exaggerated biopic of Bruce Lee, which I think is really good. It's really good. But this is a game based on it. Oh god, this is going to be horrible. I don't even want to take a guess how bad this is going to be. You may get a playthrough of this if I can find a way to record off the Mega Drive thing I've got here. But I really have to see how bad this is. I know it's going to be bad. I know right off the bat it's going to be bad. Let's get the most modern thing out of the way as well for DVDs. We're moving on to DVDs. I picked up John Carter. If you follow me on Twitter at ScottishW92, you know I already picked this up. But I never saw it in the pictures. I was tempted to, but at the time I didn't have the money to go and see it. But I bought it on DVD because I want to have a look at it. It actually looked really good from what I heard. A lot of people will actually say it's really bad though, so we'll wait and see what it is. This is actually an interesting fact. People are moaning at this because it's saying that this movie copied so many things. Let me give you a little culture actually. This movie is based on one of the oldest sci-fi stories ever, John Carter of Mars. Every other sci-fi after John Carter of Mars was written copied from this. So I'm watching it like that, not saying that it's copying shit. For fuck's sake, get some culture, people. A movie trilogy that everyone has stolen in their collection, in my opinion. The Back to the Future trilogy on Blu-ray. It was only 12 quid, so I said fuck it. And then I had to. These are classics. All 5 Superman films, including the 2 not-so-good ones. For Quest for Peace and Superman Returns. So I now have 2 copies of Superman Returns. Anyone want my DVD version of it? But yeah, I actually loved the Superman films growing up. They're cheesy, I know, but my favourite is still the first one. And Christopher Reeves is one of my favourites. He is Superman to me. He is what I envisioned Superman. Every actor I hold to be Superman after The Hand. And I love these films as a kid, and hopefully I still love them now. Superman is my 3rd favourite superhero of the DC universe. I'm not going to say the other 2 is, because what, you know, one's Batman. The other one's Wonder Woman. But definitely movies that I think if you're a superhero fan have to be in your collection. I love these films. They were one of the first superhero films I ever watched. It wasn't the first one, but it's one of these. This was one of the first that I ever watched, and that looks fucking epic, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't care who you are, you must own these. Everyone owns them. Now we'll go through the other films. I'll save the TV series because I've got a couple box sets. I'll go through the films. Picked up Urban Legend with a weird DVD case, which is a horror film, which has one of my favourite actors in it who plays Lex Luthor on Smallville and is the voice of the Flash from the Justice League animated series. Wrap your head around that. You won't be able to see him very good, but it looks like he actually has the same pose as he does with Lex Luthor in it. I don't know, maybe they just photoshopped him in, but I don't know. I just picked it up as £1, so I said fuck it, why the hell not? So that's the first one I picked up. Very cheap. Please don't please don't judge me. Pokemon Forever and Pokemon Heroes the movie. I feel so bad. This is 2 movies in one, by the way, if you can't tell. The last Pokemon movie I ever watched, was at the point where I stopped watching Pokemon, was Pokemon 2000. I enjoyed it as a kid, so I thought I'd give the Pokemon series another shot. I stopped watching it after a while. Like, I stopped watching it not long after the Johto region, but I had to pick it up. I was just like, I have to see how this series went. How the movies, did they get better or are they still as bad as ever? I had to pick up, sorry. Pokemon was so awesome. It's a major part of my childhood. Really this movie needs no introduction, but I'll give it one. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure! Do I need to say anything? It's an awesome film. I love it. It's good. One of my favourite Christian Bale films, Equilibrium. I like Christian Bale as an actor. I'm going to say it right now. I like him as an actor for 2 main reasons. 1, he's really good at what he does. And 2, unlike most actors, he doesn't fucking hog the limelight with his personal life. He actually stated in an interview, I think, was, my personal life is my personal life. Fuck off. It may not have been like that, but basically that's what I meant. He's one of the few actors that I respect because he doesn't get his personal life mixed with his business life. He's an actor first, but if you try and interview in his personal life, he will kick your ass. And this is one of my favourite films of his. I really enjoyed it when I first saw it. I don't know if it's as good now as it was back then, but it has one of the most badass gun sequences in any film ever, and I really liked it. I just love the gun cat, or if memory serves, it goes. I look like a tit, but it's fucking awesome. I love it. The next 2 films are animes, well, along with Pokemon. Ninja Scroll 10th year anniversary. Never seen it. Apparently it's an anime. If you're an anime fan, you have to watch. There are a lot of animes that you have to watch if you're an anime fan, aren't there? I've still not even got halfway through some of mine. Next one. One of the best Final Fantasy films ever. Spirits Within. No? Disagree with me? Fuck you then. Now, for those who are unaware, Final Fantasy The Spirit Within was advertised as the first Final Fantasy movie, when in actual fact, it had fuck all to do with Final Fantasy. That's right, this has nothing to do with the Final Fantasy series. They just chopped on the Final Fantasy tag title for no fucking reason. The movie should just be called The Spirits Within, which is what I call it. I don't call it Final Fantasy, even though it's fucking massive. I call it The Spirits Within because I actually enjoyed this film when I was watching it. Is it going to be as good as I remember? I don't know. You may get a review of it. I'm not too sure, but I'm not a Final Fantasy nut job. I've played Final Fantasy 8, 10, and 13 too. I'm playing Final Fantasy 7 still at the moment, and I hated all three of those games. Mainly for the stories. So I don't know if this is going to be any good as I remember it, but I remember enjoying it as a kid. Now we're going to get through some film. Well, first I'll get this out of the way. I did have a copy of this film, but unfortunately it broke. I had to rebuy it. The Crow 2D Special Edition. You know how much I love The Crow. I've got the poster right there, and I've got the graphic novel there. But one of my favourite films of all time. Now the next set of films. You're not going to believe this. Okay, I'll let you know I'm a fan of RoboCop. And I'm not happy with the remake that they've announced and they're filming. But I watched RoboCop as a kid. The first movie, I loved it. I haven't watched it recently, but I still remember being awesome. Here are some RoboCop stuff. Firstly, the RoboCop animated series. Yes, there was a RoboCop animated series. Yes, I can't remember if it's bad or good. I'm actually going to watch and see if it's bad or good as it is. But there was a RoboCop animated series from the great people of Fox Kids, who made such great things as Peter Pan, Popples, Pinocchio, VR, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Inspector Gadget, excuse me, and Fairy Tales. Why do you have a feeling this is going to be bad? Yeah, there's a RoboCop animated series. And I just heard like a million RoboCop fans go, no! I did. I bought it because it was £1. The next three are actually more RoboCop stuff. These are actually numbered 1, 2, and 3, so I bought all three. They're from Prism Leisure. And I don't know if these are movies or shorts. But I have no idea what the hell they are, but they have RoboCop on it, and it looks interesting. We first have RoboCop Dark Justice, RoboCop Meltdown, and RoboCop Resurrection. I have no idea what the fuck these films are about. They were all £1. I got all three of these for £3. So I got 4 of these for £4. I had to buy them because I'm a RoboCop fan, and I was like, I have to see this. I have to see. Are these any good? Are these any good? Now, RoboCop Resurrection sounds vaguely familiar. The other two, though, I have not got a clue. These are not the movies. I know this. The movies are RoboCop 1, RoboCop 2, and RoboCop 3. These are not the movies. I have to see these. I have to watch them. So yeah, that's RoboCop, and I just had like a million RoboCop fans die. So the next three are box sets of a series. First one is Battlestar Galactica Season 1. The reason I picked this up, and by the way, I'll just say this right now, look at that bloody cover. Isn't that one of the most creepiest covers you've ever seen? And stop looking at her tits, you perverts! Jeesh, she's a synthetic robot human hybrid thing with glowing red eyes. Who happens to have massive cleavage. Yeah. The only reason I picked this up is because GamerMD, my friend GamerMD3 recommended Firefly to me, and I love that series. And I didn't give this series a second thought. I didn't like the look of the trailers. And back then, when I used to watch trailers, I judged a movie entirely and TV series on by their trailers alone. I don't do that anymore. But I'm going to watch the first season and see if it's any good, see if I like it. So I didn't want to buy the whole box set of all the series. I just wanted to watch one series and see if I liked it. So I picked up Season 1. I got it for £3. So not that bad. So we'll see if I enjoy Battlestar Galactica. The next one's a bit more obscure. I don't know how many people have actually heard of this. I only heard about it this year. The Aeon Flux animated series. This was a series that debuted on MTV. I had heard of the movie Aeon Flux or Aeon Flux. I'd never heard of the series, and this was £8. I only found out that this animated series even existed thanks to Bennett the Sage, who done a review of the movie, if memory serves me. And I will have to admit, from what he showed, it piqued my interest, and I stumbled across this, and I was like, huh, £8, fuck it, why not? But here's the thing though, apparently the creator of this wanted to make it so like raunchy and kind of brutal that he basically wanted to see how long it would take MTV to go, what the fuck have we published? So I want to see what this director did, because there's the back cover. Yeah. I have to see this, so you don't know, you might get a review of this, I don't know. But I like the cover as well, I like the little eye and the fly, it's kind of neat, I like that. So, yeah, I picked it up for laughs. And then the final one, which I'll show you, is Stargate Season 1. I'll just say this, I loved Stargate growing up. It was one of my favourite series when I was watching. Not one of my first sci-fi series, but definitely one that I remember from one of my earliest sci-fi series. So yeah, that's the... Yeah, I don't think much else needs to be said. I think that's all I've got to say on it. Like, that's what I got. If you want me to review any of these, let me know. Just put it in the comment section down below. And I think that's all I've got to say. Except for a big thank you to all of you who watched. This is just a little thank you. You can click off now if you don't want it. I'm going to go a wee bit mushy here. But I wanted to thank all of you for watching over the past year. It's been absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate every one of you who subscribed, liked, favourite, comment, whatever. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And for those who are unaware, I did have a subscriber goal of 1,000 subscribers by January 1st. Doesn't look like we're going to hit that, because we're still about just over 300 subscribers away from that goal. We're not going to hit it. I very much doubt I'm going to get 300 plus subscribers in less than a month, but nothing's impossible. So I'm going to lower the goal to about 700. I'm just going to take away all the stuff I said that I was going to do for a 1,000. If we still hit a 1,000, I'll do the stuff, but for about 700, I've decided that I'm not going to do any of the stuff that I said I was going to do, because 1,000 is a major milestone. 700 is still a milestone, but it's not as big as 1,000, obviously. But 700 subscribers, I will sing the Skyrim main theme in the original Dragon tongue. Yeah, that's going to be tricky as hell. But I want to thank you all for that. So 700 subscribers, we're only about, I think, like 59 subscribers away from that. So I don't think, it's not impossible. It's definitely much more achievable than 700, than 1,000. So I'm just asking for your help. If you want to help me out, please do what you can to spread the word of the warrior and the clan. Help it grow, help it get bigger and bigger, and whatever you want to do, just like posting it on forums, tweeting it, Facebooking it, whatever. I'm not going to force you to do it. If you don't want to do anything, I'm not going to force you. I'm not one of those people that says, go and do it, or I'll stop making videos forever. No, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I'm just asking if you want to help out, do it any way you can. And if you happen to share my video on a forum, or you tweet it, send me a link to the tweet or the forum that you did, and I'll have a look at it and you'll get a wee shout out or something. Just show me what you do to help promote the clan. That would be really helpful. And I think that's all I've got to say. So I could say let's pick a random big YouTuber and just spam his Twitter with a couple of 100 tweets, but I'm not that kind of YouTuber. It's not like I'm going to say go spam Jesse Cock and Toll Biscuit's Twitter, say come check out my channel or subscribe to my channel just for the sheer lols of it. I'm not going to tell you to do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, so I think I'll end the video here. Hopefully I've recorded it, but thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any requests for reviews, let me know, and I'll look forward to my new Wii On reviews coming out later on this week of the Full Metal Alchemist movies. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I'm Scottish Warren 82, and I'll see you all later. Ciao for now.